Where's this box come from? Hi guys, and welcome to the bunker. My name's Tom. If you're new here, welcome. So today's a really exciting day for us in that Mantic Games, they contacted us and they said we'd love to send you a copy of FireFight. You guys, we like your videos and you give us an honest opinion. That's exactly what we're going to do. So Mantic Games sent us a copy of the game for free and we are going to unbox it. So first impressions guys, this is a hefty box. This is no messing about. That is a serious box full of game. Yeah, it comes in, I believe its RRP is £90. And obviously you can get that from your friendly local gaming stores. I'll put a link to Mantic Games website in the comments below. Do support them, do support your friendly local gaming stores. However, when you sort of summarise that up for other games you can buy in the market, the sheer amount of content you get here is crazy. So not only do you get your rule book, you get your force list, which is much like the Dead Zone release that's happened recently. All the tokens you need to play, getting started, counters, markers, command dice, 8-sided dice, 40 Marauder commandos, 4 Ripper suits, 20 enforcers, 5 peacekeepers and 2 jet bikes. Mother of God. You know when you open a box and you just go, wow, that's no messing about that. That's exactly the feeling I've got here. And that's... So, peacekeepers, I think. So we've got sprues of those. I'll do 2 separate faction unboxings going through what we've got to go through the models. Marauders. So you've got 2 sort of baggies, which I imagine is a unit per bag. Got the peacekeepers with the shields and stuff like that, which is cool. Peacekeeper upgrades, I think they are. Oh, wow. Whew. They got big claws. I like them. Okay. Oh my God. More Marauders. Jet bikes. I'm guessing a jet bikes. That's pretty cool. Ripper suits. More Ripper suits. I'm just like mounding up plastic. This is incredible. Bases. Okay, so yeah, Dead Zone bases, essentially, aren't they? All of your infantry's in there. Larger MDF bases for your larger miniatures. There's a plethora of those in there as well. D8s, it's a D8 system. So, yeah, anyone in Dead Zone be familiar with that. You can't beat a good D8, can you? Command dice are interesting. I'm thinking the mechanics are that you roll these and you have different colours depending on the abilities of your commanders, and that gives you how many command points you've got to spend that turn. So it's quite, yeah, quite interesting. Tokens. 2 cardstock boxes of tokens. Wow. Everything included there. More bases. This just keeps giving and giving. It really does. Right, rule book. That's really nice. That working there. How to play the game. Oh, love it. Some of the Mantic stuff just makes me happy. It really does. Missions. We'll go through the books in a second, guys. But yeah, there we go. Look. Cool. Yeah. I'm all over this. I really am. So, rule book. Okay, force lists. Now, when Mantic give you force lists, what they do is they say, how to build a strike force, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Asterians, Enforcers, Forgefathers, GCPS, Marauders, the Plague and Vehement are all in this book. That's the way to do it, Mantic. It's all in there, it's all been play tested, and you can build an army with your mates and play, and no one is just getting obliterated off the table because they've got the latest thing. That is what this is all about, and giving you all of it in one go, much like Dead Zone, is exactly the way wargaming should go as far as I'm concerned. You can all build a list in there, everyone's got their rules at the same time, they're all going to be designed for the game as it stands, so on and so forth, and then when they bring out additional books, they all get something, or majority of them get something. Yeah, very impressed with that, Mantic. I'll do full book reviews as we go along, but yeah, both books are included in the box, and then we've got a quick start guide. So the box contains 40 Marauder commandos and all of their various options. So now these are all plastic. They're all plastic frame miniatures. And Mantic are doing a brilliant job of cracking on with these models. All the options are in there for you, all the different weapons. They look chunky, they look the way they should be. They look like they're going to hurt you, basically, which is what I'd expect from a Marauder. And they look, as daft as it sounds, less comical than other orcs, even though he's got like a commissar or a pirate hat on or whatever you want. They don't look as comical as other miniatures. They look like they are correct proportion and stuff like that. So you've got flamethrowers and various different weapons. I don't know what the weapons do yet. Obviously, I'll be doing videos, guys, on building the Marauders and building the Enforcers up as well, and talking about what we're taking list-wise, because obviously myself and Rob will be playing games as well. Very exciting, eh? So you get 40 of those boys in there. They look like relatively straightforward to put together. You just need to have a decide as to what you want to arm them with. And then you got the suits. So I shall crack open a suit bag. Okay, so the suits, all the little heads and gubbins are in a separate bag. I'm not going to open that, because if you know me, I'll lose them. And here's your ripper suits. Yes, they're like a hardened plastic, so a bit of cleaning up on there to do, but quite happy with that. I think the arms and positioning, so there's two different bodies. Yeah, suit smash. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? Very cool. Different options in there. Guns, ammo, belt, feeds, stuff like that. And the suit's like your heavier infantry as far as I can see. So yeah, very, very cool. Very, very interesting. The other bag is a duplication, basically, because you've got different weapon options and stuff like that. So I shall essentially read the book as to what I'm going to put on the Marauders and go from there. So we get 20 Enforcer Peacekeepers. You know, when we get on to talking about the actual, the world, Peacekeeper is an interesting terminology. So, okay, so 5 and a sprue. They're sort of armoured, heavier armoured humans, basically. All the legs are separate posable as well, which is cool. And you've got all the different weapon options there. You can have sort of combat blades or the rifles. Heavy weapons are in there as well. These kits have been out for a while. I believe they're current kits from Mantic. So, but you get 20 of them. So obviously, yeah, you can keep the peace to your heart's content there. Also included are 5 Peacekeepers, which are larger versions with larger weapons and badass shields. So let's have a quick look at that. Okay, there you go. That's pretty cool. So they're like just bigger blokes, basically. Again, all the options to sort of turn all the weapons. Weapons are bigger, harder. I believe you can make your commander out of these larger infantry, but I'll have to have a look in the book and confirm that, to be totally honest with you. So, yeah, cool. Just heavier infantry, essentially. And you can also give them, like, the riot shield sort of combination as well, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah. There's also included a bag of 2 jet bikes. Now, I'm not going to open that because the bits are actually all pre-clipped, which is great. But I'll lose them, guys, if I open that bag. But you get 2 jet bikes in the box as well, which is really cool. So, let's have a quick look at the books. FireFight Rulebook, the War Zones of the Future. Oh. Obviously, I have to bend the page down, guys, or you're not going to be able to see it. Yeah, so lovely thing the Mantic do. They always give a shout out to the people that have helped playtest, which is brilliant. Now, welcome to Firefight, set in and around the vast galactic co-prosperity sphere. Firefight is an immersive and exciting game of futuristic battles fought on alien worlds. So, yeah, highly detailed miniatures. It's a large-scale war game. There's no messing around here, guys. We're actually having, this is a large-scale war game. However, it has been streamlined to play quickly, which is the real sort of hook for me. I've got no issue with painting lots of blokes and stuff like that. It's playing a game quickly with my mates and having a laugh. What you need to play: forces, command dice, modifiers explained there, exceptional rolls, re-rolls, measuring, tokens, and markers. So basically all of the standard, this is what you need in your game, is already covered for you in the beginning. Models and unit profiles, how they read. So what is a leader model, what happens, what all the stats mean, it's all included in there. Some cool pictures. That's pretty cool. He doesn't look very nice, does he? He's having a bad day, that bloke. I love these mech things. These big mech suits are just cool. Friendly units, enemy units. So what is what in the game, as you'd expect with everything. I can say from experience, if you playing Mantic games now, their rules are actually quite straightforward. I would say they're easier to learn and harder to master than other systems. Orders, how to issue orders. Line of sight is explained. Everything's done from the leader model of a unit. So units have a leader model and everything's measured and ranged and so on and so forth on that leader model. Just streamlines gameplay, guys. I'm all for that. Let's have a look. Terrain height, line of sight, types of terrain. You've got open terrain, blocking terrain, so on and so forth. It's all the core games to try to play the game, isn't it? All the core rules in here. Movement, the term, ranged attacks. So Mantic games tend to pool dice up and just chuck a handful of dice and over. It's all about having a laugh. They are sick, by the way. Those models are awesome. Types of cover, how the game plays is in here. Okay. There you go, generic sort of badass battle pose. We've got Nev, all the rules you'd expect. Keywords, all covered off. Missions, first player, unit strength, objectives, and then you get the objective tokens included in the box. Battle missions, here we go. So battle missions are designed for more balanced or competitive play. There is nothing to stop you using them for any type of game though. So these are your competitive play missions all laid out for you. So meeting engagement, yeah. Occupation, yeah. So it's all basically tells you exactly what the crack is, basically. This is how you set the game out. This is how you play Taking Hold, Last Stand. Because that's 8. You then have narrative missions. So narrative missions are designed for have a greater focus on fun and in telling a story rather than balanced or competitive play. So they have sort of special rules for each mission included with them. Yeah, there's no sort of nonsense there. You still take your army. It's just the mission is a bit different. And I'm guessing there's going to be 8 of those, which there is. Yeah. So you've got narrative play and competitive play in here. Bit of something for everybody. Marauders doing maraudery things. And then Warpath Universe, so the Galactic Co-Prosperity Sphere. So, if anyone hasn't... Obviously, science fiction ranges from a grimmy, darky future to a more corporate future. And this is what Mantic have in their world, is a more sort of corporate future. So think of like the corporation wants this, so they're purging the planet. That type of thing. So, think of it like that. Yeah, cool. I really like it. It's just like, yeah. There you go, Star Realm. What's happening and where. Interesting to keep showing their spaceships. Come on, Mantic. Get it done. New World Wars, the Exo Threat. Yeah, it's all in here. So there's all background in here about the different races. This is interesting as well. This dead zones is mentioned. So, yeah, the plague, which this poor bloke is suffering from, is like a bacteria. It's like a bioinfection that turns people into monsters, essentially. And that's what sort of dead zone is. So it's, like the plague gets out and it gets purged and so on and so forth. No one really knows where it comes from or what it is. Another space battle, look. That'd be interesting. Yay, Vermin. I love Vermin. They're my own. Although the plague look pretty cool, don't they? I'm not going to lie. So, yeah. Very, very cool. Lots of different things going off. And, yeah, all the background in there. And you can read that to your heart's content. So that is the rule book. And it's all about giving you a bit of bit of flavour for Firefight, the universe it's set in, and you know what your games are all about. But there's also another book in here, which is the Force List. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so the Firefight Force Lists book. So it gives you basically the rules for all of the existing armies. Yeah, I can't really say much more than that. Yeah, and it's a hefty book, you know, it's probably the same size as the Rulebook. So apologies, I have to bend it down so that you can see it with me. Okay, so welcome to the Firefight Force List book. Whether you are coordinating an elite battle group of Asterians to patrol the Silent Lands, a headstrong company of Forge Fathers to lay claim to the mining rights on a forest moon, or a veteran platoon of Corporation Enforcers to eliminate threats to the GCPS, this book gives you all the information you need to assemble your Firefight strike force and face your opponents across the war zones of the future. It's everything you need in a book, basically. No matter what race you want to play, which is pretty cool. So it tells you how to build a striking force. So command, troops, command and specialist support. Choosing your units. So you must take at least one command unit in your strike force. No other units are required to unlock this first command unit. You must take at least one troop unit in your strike force. For every troop unit, you may either take a specialist or a command unit. For every 2 troop, specialist or command units in your strike force, you may take a support unit. So you have to have a commander, you basically then have to have a troop which unlocks a command or specialist, and once you've got a troop and a command or specialist, you can have a support. Done. Simple as that. Okay. So you've got upgrades to the units, what they can have, weapons they can have, and obviously it's a points value game. So there, for example, ciphers are 80 points. The unit's name, its stats and keywords are shown in this point, and in this case, they are 80 points. Asterians, who they are, it's a background of the Asterians. Their models are cool. I like them. They are pretty cool. Marionettes are troops, ciphers, cipher wardens. So it's all in here, basically. So whatever you need to add any of the units that exist to your army is already in the box. Okay. Weapon platforms, and it's dead easy. So you'd say, there you go. So I would pick the one that's really hard. A Matsudan combat team is 40 points. Okay, they have countercharge, headstrong, and resilient as their rules. Their base size is confirmed. The unit strength is confirmed. You get 2 of them with shock mauls, which are range assault, 3 dice, AP1. Options: add an additional 0 to 3 models at 18 points each, or replace up to 2 of them with a different weapon at 5 points each. That's how you build your army. It's all in this little box here. And it's just a straightforward swap this for this, update this, add this. So as we go, look at them still in the Asterians for the amount of stuff there is. Which is pretty cool. There we go. Range of models on there. Yeah, I just think they're all cool, aren't they? Very, very, very cool. Enforcers. Here we go. See, enforcers are more of your peacekeeping forces. So I like the fact it says as well, like your troops are first. You know, it's like, right. So assault enforcers, 85 points, and you get 5 of them. You can add up to 3 additional enforcers at 15 points each, and give them all different weapon options and so on down there. Enforcer operatives, pathfinders, engineering team, enforcer defenders. Peacekeepers, 80 points. You get 2 of them. So you don't get a lot, do you? 2 of them. You can add an additional up to 2 more for 35 points each. So I think I'll probably make a 3-man peacekeeper unit and then use the final one to make like a leader. So we've got incinerators, energy gauntlets, burst laser. Wow. So 1 peacekeeper can replace its weapon with one of the following, and up to 4 peacekeepers can have the following. Yeah, so it's just pretty cool. Again, we have to read through it all, don't we, and decide what we're actually going to take. There you go. So you've got command, so you've got forward observers, enforcer sergeant. I think that's probably what I'd be taking, or an enforcer captain. Here we go. So you've got anti-grav, yeah, and he has tactician red, so it means that he can roll the command dice, basically, as far as I understand it. So a command order for the council for 2. All friendly troop units within 15 can either remove a pin marker to recover a health point previously lost, which is pretty cool. So he sort of boosts everybody up. Enforcer captain's 80 points. He has a Genling 45 laser rifle, as you do, and his assault weaponry. He can actually have blokes with him, look. Add 0 to 2 for enforcer operatives or assault enforcers. That's pretty cool, to be fair. The captain can replace these weapons with the following, so you can have all the different options there. So there's loads of options here, guys, to build your army. And there you go. So you've got Peacekeeper captain with a void blade, and Peacekeeper captain with fierce claws. You know, all these different options on here that you can have a look and sort of make and build up and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I just like these. Striders, yes please. And yeah, there they are, dropping in to keep the peace, as you do. Forge Fathers, why would you not? You know, you don't need to joke about it, do you? They're here. Yeah, Forge Fathers. I think this might be Rob's army when he gets going, since he's got dwarves and everything else. And yeah, all of the rules are here. Yeah, again, all the options are in there. All the different options, stuff you can have. I love the tanks for the Forge Fathers. I just think they look cool. I really do like the idea of the tanks. So, and then we've got more and more and more GCPS. So obviously if you've got models from Dead Zone, you can use them in Firefight. That's you know, they're the same blokes. It's like Rob could obviously expand upon these guys if you wanted to, and they're like the army basically. The GCPS. Yeah, it's like the army. Hornet dropships with rotary cannon. Very cool. Marauders. Yeah, they're like rampaging pillagers as far as I can see. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll try and build 2 sort of even points armies up and see what we can play. The Plague. I like the look of this. That vehicle's crazy. Look at that. Like great plague monsters everywhere. Ghouls, murder beds, plague lord. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, that's just, wow. Look at that. That's like straight out of a John Carpenter film, that. Murder bed's pretty sick. Stage 2B burster. Oh, wow. Yeah. VM in. These are my rats. So I shall eventually do a VM in force, I believe. So obviously I've got like pack leader already and stuff like that from Dead Zone, so I'll just expand upon them. So yeah, really cool. So there you go. All of the force lists for all the available miniatures available at the moment, included in the box. There we go, guys. That's our unboxing of Firefight from Mantic Games. We're really looking forward to playing the game, so just keep tuned for more miniature building, painting, and then gaming. Big thanks to Mantic Games for sending us the product for review, and we can't wait to play your game. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and happy hobbying.